Hi Suraj, good morning. Hello Maheli. Hi Shrutika. How are you guys doing? All good? Hi Rohit. Good morning. Hello Vanita. Good morning. Hi Nivya. Just give me a minute. I'll just pull up the presentation. So meanwhile, can you guys update me regarding the assignment? What's the status? Hi Disha. Good morning. You have any doubt? All of you have completed till week 4. Do we have 2 assignments for week 4? There is a case study I mentioned, no? Around a festival or a occasion. First part is just Instagram. Yeah. Can others hear me? Shubhang can't hear me. Okay. So is there any doubt in that, Disha, regarding the assignment, the case study, or week 3? Wait a second. Let me just go to the week 3. Okay. So then I think since this is the last week, I'll start off by looking at the assignment stage first for 10 minutes, and then we can move on to the last topic. Can you see my screen now? Week 3. This one, Neha. Are we looking at the same page? So this one, optimizing the LinkedIn profile, Neha, this is something we did during the course of the session, right? Remember, I asked you to open a new tab, and then this is mostly whatever we mentioned during that part of the slide. Creating the custom URL, um, modifying the descriptions. Did you catch up on the recording? Otherwise, you can watch this video. It will be the same. Okay. So it's very simple way of doing. I think others have done this while we were doing the session. Can I get a confirmation? But apart from that, Neha, have you completed till week 4? So can everyone confirm how many of you have completed till week 4, excluding the assignment? I mean, excluding the case study. Okay, I feel some of you may not have done that. Disha has done. Okay, Nivya. I'm just making note. Just so if we can please mention the chat, it will be helpful for me. That's okay, Neha. But can you complete by next weekend? Because otherwise, I think you will have some other session starting soon. It will become difficult. Week 3 painting, week 4 is done. Okay, only week 3 is painting. How about others? Nikita, Rohit, Prasang, Shrutika, Swaraj, everything is done. Okay. Week 2 assignment, keep on disapproving. They mistakenly evaluated somebody else's file. Okay. Did you inform them that? I'll also put in a word. I see. Did you inform them, the training assessment team, that it was mistakenly evaluated? You can reply on that email, Disha. You must have got an email about the disapproval, no? You can reply on that. You can also let your course coordinator know so that he or she can inform them. Okay. How about others? Can I get a status update? Shrutika, Syed, Vanita, Rasang, Nikita. Till what week have you guys completed? Maheli, all the weeks. Yeah, I've made a note of that. Case study pending. Okay. Rohit only last week. We need week 4 is pending. Need some more time. Okay. Have you completed week 1 and 2, Shrutika? Week 3? Okay. So try to finish before your next module starts. I hope you don't have any doubt regarding the steps of what to do. It's maybe the time or some other commitments. What is the doubt, Vanita? Great. Please do that. How can two accounts be linked on Instagram? You mean two different Instagram accounts? I think this was a repeated question last week also. So I'm going to reiterate the point I was making. So Vanita, do you have a business or something or any account that's a business meant for promoting the business or service on Instagram? Okay, what is the ID? Instagram handle? Can you ping it? Okay. So, and what is the name of the business, Vanita? Okay. So, meanwhile, anyone else? Any other doubts? So, Shamshir, good morning. I was just taking a status update about assignments with everyone. Till what week have you completed? Hi, Hemlata. Can you please let us know till what week have you completed the assignment? Prasang, I would like to know about you also. Okay. So, Vanita, to answer your question, this Vanita J9, this is a personal Instagram account, right? And let's say at the rate Spazio Reality is an account that you want to use for business purpose. Okay. Now, you cannot link Vanita J9 with Spazio Reality. Point number one. Okay, these will remain as two different accounts. Secondly, we have a concept of upgrading or changing the nature of an account from a personal account to a business account. So long as you don't change Spazio Reality account into a business account through the settings, which we looked at last week, it will also remain as a personal account. Okay, is that clear? So if you have switched it to business account, at the rate Spazio Reality will give you more data about your posts, like how many impressions, reach, and all these things. But it cannot be linked to Vanita J9 account because these are two different Instagram accounts. You can't link them. Is it clear? So if you want two business accounts, you have to upgrade both accounts to business in the settings. Does that answer your question? So you don't have to switch your Vanita J9 account into a business account. It will remain as a personal account. Spazio Reality, if you have already made a switch to business, you can continue.
Yeah, hi Hari, Vanita here. Can I just elaborate my question? As in,
Yeah,
I
please.
need some clarity on this.
Uh-huh.
I actually want to understand if I want two accounts on Instagram, one for my personal use and the other as in a business for business promotion.
Hmm?
How can I go about it? Because I have only one app
You have only
on my
one.
mobile. I mean, there will be only one app on my mobile. So
Okay,
is
like
it
that.
like I have?
You
Yeah,
can add more accounts into that app. Okay, now I get your question. So let
yeah.
me just show you 1 second. Let me switch on my video. Can,
Also, the Instagram website is very irresponsive. I don't know for some reasons.
okay, okay, don't look at the website. It's a mobile. You use it for mobile. Okay, so I'm now looking at my Instagram. So you have a app will look like this, right? Now
Right.
you can see your
So,
profile icon here at the bottom. Now,
yeah.
if I keep pressing down on that, you see this?
Uh,
I have
you
my
mean scroll down till the end?
no. You just keep press and hold that profile thing. I get a pop up like this. Now I have Yoga Trails, which is my personal account. Below that, you see three different accounts. These three are different accounts. One is for my tarot, one is for my yoga shala, one is another account that I manage. I see all three. So if I want to
Okay.
switch to, let's say, my tarot account, I just press that. I got switched to my tarot account. So if I go here, it will show my tarot Instagram account.
Okay,
Now,
but
if I want to switch again, one option is what I showed you now. Other option is if I press this on the top. Again, I have a drop down. And if I want to switch to my personal account, I click on Yoga Trails. I switch to my personal account.
so sorry, Hari, but I tried this and I tried reading on the net also, but
Mhm.
somehow I don't know. This is not happening in my case.
I think
I
ask,
have a plus button, which is I don't know.
yeah, go to your profile. On top of your app, there is an option for adding an account. Did you try that?
Adding an account, yeah, I got that. Add an account.
Ah,
Add
so
account,
so
right.
even I still have that plus add account. Now if I say add account, I click on add account. It will ask me to
Okay.
log in. Log in with, it will ask me some prompts. If none of it, if I want to add a new account, I'll say none of the above. So it will ask me enter the login email and password of the new account that you want to add.
So
So
the new account that I want to add, that would be some new number, some new email ID and password.
no, you will have a particular login email ID for Spazio Reality and one for your Vanita J, right?
Right. That is common. I mean, I switched the same account to Spazio Realty.
You,
I
I don't
last
know.
time, like you showed, converted into a business account. So I converted my personal account into a business account.
So
That's what I did.
is there an Instagram handle at the moment called at the rate Vanita J9?
Yeah, it's there. I mean, my username shows Vanita J9. That's it.
Okay. So you just change the name of the account. So just I'm trying to understand. Let me just go to your account and see.
Yeah.
I am talking about, you know what happened? This is the reason for the miscommunication. You have changed
Okay.
the, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have changed the name, display name into, okay.
I mean, the profile pic.
Where is the Spazio Reality?
Profile pic.
Ah,
Yeah, I've changed the profile pic.
oh, okay. So that doesn't change the account. So you just have Vanita J account now. Okay. This is not a
Okay, I
Spazio.
have a single account.
You have a single account. They can't treat this as a new
Okay.
account or anything. What I am
Okay.
telling is, if you
Mm-hmm.
want, you can create a new account with another login email
Okay.
ID for Spazio Reality,
Okay.
where you see this Vanita J9,
Uh-huh.
that will change into
Right.
Spazio Reality. You can create a new Instagram handle. Okay.
Okay.
That's then
Okay.
that will be a actual business account. Your instead of the name, for example, if you go to
Okay.
my Yogashala page,
Uh-huh.
you see the top Instagram handle. It is Yogashala IN. This is how
Right.
a business account should be. Okay, so you have your business name, you have your
Okay.
business logo, you have a business Instagram handle.
Okay.
I There are common posts between this and my personal account, but my personal account
Uh-huh.
will have my name. You see, Yoga Trails, my
Right.
name thing. Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
so you don't have two accounts. You have one account,
Uh-huh.
Vanita J9.
Okay.
You have to add a new account.
Uh-huh.
For that, you have to create a new Instagram account for Spazio Reality. I hope this is a good question because others may, if anybody had confusion regarding this, I think this was helpful.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you, Archie. That clears.
okay, fine.
Yeah.
Is that all? Can we start? Anyone else having any doubt? Prasang, I missed your. What week are you on? Last week. Okay, so week three, week two, week three is complete, I guess. And Shamshir, till what week have you completed? I'm just making a note of this. And Hemlata, how about you? Okay, so shall we start? I hope working on week three. All right. So I was just, because you guys joined a little late, I was just saying try to complete all assignments by next weekend so that you don't get busy with the next module, whichever is starting. Okay. All right. So today we are going to look at, let me take the presentation 1 second. We had some part of Instagram pending, I think. Am I right? Let me just, and all of you, I hope, have a Snapchat installed on your phone? Anyone pending not having Snapchat? I have a question about Facebook merging. Can we take it up after we finish? Sure. Just remind me if it's my mind. Yeah, so maybe you would like to install it because without Snapchat installed, it will become difficult to understand. Not understand, but it's mostly a mobile only app, so you have to look at it to understand. So last week we had looked at all the best practices of Instagram, and then we looked at the hashtag part of it. Influencer driven campaign we covered, boomerang we covered. What else was there? How to build a following on Instagram. Oh yeah, so we completed Instagram fully, right? Instagram Insights also I remember taking, Schedugram. That's right. So we'll start with Snapchat. So can you take a moment to install Snapchat, all of you? I'll give you 2 minutes. Go to your App Store or Play Store, download Snapchat. Once you've downloaded and installed it, just message me confirming on the group chat. It's already there. How about others? Done. Okay, you're also active. All right. Anyone pending? Okay, let's start then. So before you open Snapchat, just a brief introduction about what this is. We'll be looking at, it's a very small topic because it's almost like a Snapchat in itself is like the Instagram story, right? So we'll look at what's the Snapchat and basic terminologies around it, how it can be useful for business, how to build a following on Snapchat, how to drive engagement here. Then we'll have a brief look at geo filters on Snapchat, and finally analytics and measurement. So understanding the concept of a Snapchat app. Snapchat is a platform where all content that you post is temporary, or we call it ephemeral content because it expires for the users who see it after 1 day or 24 hours. It was initially launched this feature by Snapchat, and then other companies like Instagram and all replicated. So you have the stories concept in Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, everywhere now. Snapchat is supposedly having over 200 million active users on a monthly basis, and over 700 million photos and videos are uploaded each day. On a daily basis, about 100 million active users, and basically it has more than people are active on it, more than that on Twitter, and it has been catching up a great deal in terms of growth with Twitter. Okay, and very young user base. In fact, youngest of most other platforms. Now, why is it very popular among millennials, especially? Because they have temporary content. There is no pressure to look good. You don't have to post once and then feel if there is something that you want to go back and delete, or nothing is there for a longer time. There is no concept of liking, so you don't have to feel bad if somebody does not like what you post. Some basic terminologies that are specific for Snapchat. A snap is called any post, like how you call any post on Twitter as a tweet, you call a post on Snapchat as a snap. Anyone you add on the app becomes your friend, like on Facebook. Anyone who follows you, but you don't follow them back or add them back, they become your follower, like on Twitter. And a story is a running film reel. By now, you know what is a story, right? I don't think it needs explanation. You put 2, 3 such pictures in a loop, and that becomes a story. Then you have the concept of filters on Snapchat, which is very popular. Have you guys seen people having pictures with dog ears and all that, whiskers, sometimes with horns? So sometimes people create these filters and add them on your face and then put it on Facebook and other places also. So a lot of these kind of filters are used to decorate snaps. Okay, lenses are there, so you can create animations or overlays, add some backgrounds and all these things. So you will have very interesting ones for festive occasions and other times. You can also create filters for a specific user location. So like, let's say you are attending a cricket match, let's say a World Cup match. If you're at the stadium, you might have a geo filter associated with that stadium or that event, which you can add to your picture that you're posting. You may have seen similar things on Facebook profile, right? For the Facebook profile pic, you have some frames that you can, they call it frame, some frames that you can add for different occasions. For Independence Day, they will have something like maybe a Indian tricolor flag or things like that. So if you adopt that, your Facebook picture, whatever was your picture, on that you will also have the surrounding colors and other things happening. Or during Christmas time, maybe something related to Santa Claus and things like that. So similar thing, but specific for events or places, geo filters. And then there is a concept of something called a favicon. Favicon is basically a unique user ID, not user ID. It's like a if you have installed your app and you open the app, you will see, you go to your profile, almost like a Casper kind of an icon against a yellow background. Can you guys check that? That is your favicon or a snap code. Okay, it looks like the Casper character in the cartoon. So now let us look at this. What is this platform about? Let me just open Snapchat. I don't know how much it will be clear if I show you on the screen, because the light reflects back, but I'll try. Yeah, so can you all open the app on your phone? This is like a quick navigation of sort. So when you open the app On the top left, you see your profile icon, right? Can you click on it? Everyone? So you see something like this? Yeah? All of you? So, one second. Yeah. So that yellow thing that you're seeing on top, that is your favicon. Okay. It's your snap code, which you can, which is shareable actually. So we'll look at that. Um, just below that, you see add friends. All of you see that? Can you click on add friends? Now adding friends will take you to this kind of a screen where you can add from your contact or add using snap code. You see that? So what is add using snap code? If I click on add using snap code, it will take me to my gallery. Okay, when I click on that, can you all click on it? It will take you to a gallery. Now why is it taking to a gallery? Because if somebody had shared their snap code with you, let's say I download my snap code, that Casper icon, I send it over to you on WhatsApp or email, you download it, where will the picture show up in your phone? It will show up on your gallery. So assume that somebody had sent you their snap code, it will show up in the gallery. From the gallery, you can just click on it. It will scan the code and add that person as your friend. Okay, now come back. You see a section called stories. Story section. You see something called a private story and add to my story. Now, there are three dotted lines at the end of add to my story. If you click on it, it says add snap or story settings. Add snap means basically a post. If you want to post a picture, you can do that, or video. If I click on my story settings there, you see this? My story settings. I clicked on the three dotted lines. If I click on my story settings, it will ask me what should be the privacy setting of your story. Is it to be available for everyone, or to only friends, or only for custom people? Okay. Vanita, it says different. Yeah. So when I just opened this app, this got updated. So depending upon what version of the app you have, or sometimes depending upon the phone also, some feature differences happen. But everyone will have an option for you to set a privacy setting for the story. Can you check around the story section? Do you have the option? Do you see the option for the private story? Yeah. So if I click on private story, what happens? I get a contact list. So if I want to share a story only with somebody, one person, I can share it like that. Okay. Then we have something called Bitmoji. How many of you are aware of Bitmoji? Bitmoji is like a separate app where you can create personal emojis. So if I click on Bitmoji, it takes me to the Play Store to this point. So this is basically a app that can help you create custom personalized emoji, your own avatar of sort. Yeah, that's right, Disha. Okay, so if you want, you can do that. That's integrated with Snapchat, that app. Then what I would like you to check out is the point on top right of this. There's a gear icon on top. You click on it, you go to the settings of this. Now you see your name, username, birthday, mobile number, email ID, all these things, right? Your basic data you will see. If you scroll down, you will see features. Okay. So if you notice, there is also an option for your privacy, who can section. So you can set who can see my story, who can see my, who can contact me, who can add me, all these things you can put up from there. Customizing emoji is there. Then you have a feature called memory. Memory is basically if you want to back up whatever you're posting, that is the memory option. Then you have okay, I am looking at one particular feature. Okay, I think my app got updated, so there is no option that I'm seeing right now to create more snap codes here. But some of you, if you have a previous version of the app, you might also see an option to create more snap codes. Does anyone see that in your settings? A snap code section. Are you having that option? Yeah. So you could create more snap codes during that is there. Otherwise, those of you who don't have that, if you come back out of the settings page, you click on that favicon. Okay, you click on this favicon. It'll ask you to, if you want to send your username to somebody, or if you want to save the snapcode to your phone to share with someone, or share this URL for somebody to add you via snapcode, you can do that. Is this clear? Then there is a option right after this, two vertical bars at the bottom. You see this? The two vertical bars is for you to discover content. What is a favicon? Favicon is that this thing, the white thing against a yellow background. That is the favicon. So if you click on that two vertical bars called discover, basically it will show you a list of contents. You will see friends and you will see for you a section. And these are basically snaps posted by different accounts. So if you click on that and there's a discover option. If I type something like, let's say cricket, and I do a search, I am seeing search results for some accounts like cricket, Australian cricket, ICC. These are Snapchat accounts of those. And then I'm seeing some stories. Which Indian footballer is getting paid? Cricket debut bullying stories. So you will see Snapchat stories and accounts related to whatever you're typing over there. So that is to discover. We won't see the favicon if we have a Bitmoji. I haven't created a Bitmoji yet. Have you created one, Disha? Usually, Bitmoji is to replace whatever you have as your profile pic. So because it's your customized avatar, so it's likely. So try doing that. I haven't yet created an emoji for that. Okay. Favicon will still be there. It will be to, because that is the primary way you add people or share. We'll come to that on when we look at how to build your followers. Okay, but is this clear? It's a very simple app, nothing much, no complexity at all. You have few features to add people, to create a snap code, integrate with Bitmoji app to create customized avatar. So very almost like a uh, something that can be very popular with kids. Yeah, and so a lot of teenagers are on Snapchat actually. And now let's look at the remaining of the presentation. So this I think you've done already. You download the Snapchat app. If you must have already gotten some recommendations to add some of your friends to this, right? You can do that. Now from a business perspective, what do you want to do with this? From whatever you have seen so far of the features of this app, do you see there is any business potential in terms of marketing for this app? What's your take? Or you think this is just time pass? You don't have much of a utility? It's an extremely popular app, so there could be some potential, right? Building PR. Okay. What else? Do you think you can use this app for sales and conversions? Branding, yeah, you can. Brand awareness, okay. So look at the target audience. Who will be the target audience for this app? What could be the demographic? Youngsters, teenagers? Mhm. Do they have purchasing power, that age group, if you want to sell something to them? So who will take purchase decisions, Neha? They can, of course, demand, but compared to somebody who can see immediately buy, do they have that kind of a freedom? Not very likely for most of them, but still they do have their pocket monies and all. Mostly, Snapchat can help with brand engagement and brand awareness because this is a group which engages very highly. Okay, so compared to older demographic of people who may see something and let it pass, the demography of users active on Snapchat are very high in terms of engagement. Okay, so if millennials are a core target audience for your brand, okay, or your product, then definitely Snapchat is worth looking at in a more serious manner with respect to your marketing plan. Okay, advantages when it comes to marketing on Snapchat: less competition. Then you are able to reach a younger audience, which are maybe more affluent, millennial, for whom this is a primary social network. Okay, and very highly engaged audience. This is what I was mentioning earlier. Building a following. How do you build following on Snapchat? Let's look at how some of the brands have done. Mostly, what people do or companies do is they try to promote their favicon or Snapchat ID on other platforms where they already have a very large following. So here you can see Nat Geo posting their Snapchat username on Facebook page, or some other company posting their favicon on their website, so that people can just take a picture and then scan it and have it added. Uh, Again, using the profile icon option of Facebook page, switching it to the Snapchat favicon, so that people can readily click on it, tap it on from their mobile, save it, and then scan it to add to the Snapchat. Or sometimes people post it on Twitter. You tweet your favicon plus the instruction, screenshot, and then add. It's not similar for WhatsApp, just for chatting. No, I was mentioning a WhatsApp profile has a feature of adding stories. So that concept of stories is taken from Snapchat. I'm not telling the app is saying. So Snapchat, if you look at it, once you have your account, once you have people added as friends, so you have a following, what do you use it for? You basically create stories on Snapchat. So that entire feature constitutes this app, right, in a way, which has been adopted by other platforms now. Now, with regard to driving engagement using Snapchat, if you're a business, let's look at some case studies. Okay. Now, look at this presentation, the slide. This is a story. You're creating multiple images, which we call snaps when you post it on Snapchat, and you create a story. And what is the idea here? Basically, somebody wants to Grubhub. Grubhub is the company. They are looking for an intern who has Snapchat skills. And what are they asking them to do? They are asking potential candidates to send us your best doodle. You create a doodle, you draw to one particular link. Now, is there a way to communicate this in a single post? Is there a way to communicate the same idea in a single post? I'm waiting for a response. Yeah, of course you can, right? You create one poster. Top, you say, we are hiring interns. Send us your best doodling. Apply here. It can be a single snap, right? It can be a single picture that you can post onto the platform. But if you create it in this manner, a series of snaps, it gives a sense of anticipation, a sense of uh, something is about to show up, right? So you're creating a build up. That's why it's called a story. And then you lead to what are the final steps. You don't really have to have one image for send us your doodle, another image for apply here, third image for happy doodling. If you look at a conventional poster, all these details are there in one poster, right? So Snapchat, the story concept itself is that you break down a single communicable idea into very creatively into a series of steps. So that when a person looks at it, it's not just an information that you're passing on, but you create a build up and people anticipate something is going to happen. Let's look at another example. It's a very common ad, what you're seeing right now. Some pizza company wants to promote a discount code, a promo code, so that people can use that code to get a discount. You see it everywhere, right? You when you let's say you book a ticket and Make My Trip, everywhere you see these kind of discount codes. Now what have they done? First, if somebody look at this as a series, a story that you're going to see on Instagram or Snapchat, the first thing says stick around friends. So okay, something is going to happen, you get anticipating something. You just might get 15% off. That creates a build up. And then you see a good pizza, and you see that ketchup written slice, and the subsequent slides are about they are removing each part of the pizza. So you see some writing behind, so it creates an anticipation. And finally, they remove the centerpieces and you see the actual slice. So by the time you finish the story, you're already, if you like pizza, your mouth will be watering. And so you create a suspense there, and then give the code and say, okay, now you can order, get a 15% discount if you use this promo code, right? So the same thing, they could have put up just a single picture saying we are offering 15% discount, use the code slice, done. See the difference in the experience of the user who is receiving this message about the promo code. And if somebody chooses to watch this, how many 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 snaps, you are capturing the attention of the user for those 9 snaps with you, with your brand, right? Rather than getting their attention for about maybe 2 seconds or 5 seconds. So this is where creativity comes into play when you create stories. Okay, let's look at another one. This is a product launch by Taco Bell. All of you are familiar with the Taco Bell brand? Taco Bell basically was announcing a new breakfast menu, and this was through a series of snaps. So they started with who is excited, thanks for counting down, breakfast is here. Okay, so and then they went on to announce the menu. Another thing they've done, engaging with quiz. So one snap was about a question: when did the first Taco Bell open? People can engage with it. Second snap, answer. You can run contests using stories. So this was 10 random snaps. So people can send you a snap. Okay, if I have added you and or I'm following you, I can send you a snap. So here the brand is eliciting snaps by asking 10 random snaps by 12 a.m. will win some prize. So people will create snaps, send it over. You are creating a brand engagement. This is again a very interesting contest run by Taco. What did they do? DIY sticker taco. DIY is do it yourself. What is the contest? Create the taco of your dreams using these Snapchat stickers. So basically what they did, in the subsequent snaps, they gave out some stickers which the users were supposed to take a screenshot of. Rules of the game. They said you take screenshot of all the 4 slides which are going to come, which are basically ingredients for creating a taco. Use your crop tool in the phone to crop only the particular food item, and then rearrange the cropped pictures to create a custom taco and nachos. Once you do that, take a screenshot and post it back. Too much effort, no? But people did that. So let's see what happened. They gave the ingredients in 4 snaps. You have to take a screenshot of this, okay? And then you have to crop it so that you get only this slice, only the nachos. 1, 2, 3, 4. All the ingredients were given out like this in 4 different snaps. So users are supposed to take a screenshot, crop out only the ingredients, and then put them together. They gave out an example also how to arrange them. Once you arrange them like this, take a screenshot of the taco that you made or the nachos that you made. Okay. After you customize your taco or nachos, get it back, chat it back for a chance to win. So they said once you send them these pictures, they might feature few of those and they will get a prize. So it looks, if somebody is a loyal follower of this brand, they will take out time and effort to do this and send it over to them, right? So it's a way of just engaging in a fun way the users of your brand. Is it clear? Are you getting an idea of how to use this, on how to use the Snapchat? Great. So Snapchat geofilter. We are coming to geofilters. So geofilter is basically of 2 types. One, a community filter, which is basically for a community place, like a, let's say there's a university in your locality, or you have a very famous junction in your place, or a park. These kind of public locations, you can create filters, but no specific brand logos are allowed in those filters. Okay, so they encourage artists and designers to create and submit such community geofilter. So if you are in such a public place and those community geofilters available, you can apply it to your snap before you post. For businesses, there is an option to create on-demand geofilter for your specific business location. Let's look at that. Their brand logos are permitted. So what are the examples? Whose brand logo is this? What you're seeing in the first snap? Take a guess. The first snap. What is the Starbucks? Correct. So basically, they created a geofilter for some. I think it could be maybe a basketball game or something, some event at that time, and they put up this. Second one, in LA, Taco Bell created a geofilter. Third one is something by Comedy Central for Broad City. Okay, so basically it's just a picture. Somebody took a selfie in this first case and they added that geofilter to the picture before they posted. Is it clear? Now, analytics and measurement. What kind of metrics are available for a Snapchat post? How do you measure its effectiveness? Any idea? What do you think? How can you measure the effectiveness of a snap? There is no option of like, so you can't go after like. What will be an engagement here? Number of strikes. What do you mean by strikes? I think somebody here is a Snapchat user, right? Active user. Who is that? Acha, okay. Now there is something more simpler to understand what to track. You can look at view, how many people viewed your snap. That's the metric. like impression, right? You can see it on Instagram also when you post a story, how many people viewed. That's a metric of impression or brand awareness, right? So you can clearly know that. People can respond to your snap, they can reply. That is a engagement. Yes. People can chat with you. So if you post a snap and people start to initiate a chat with you, your clients or potential users, that's an engagement that you can keep a track of. Very good, Rohit. So you can also track how many people took a screenshot of your snap. So though the content itself will expire after 24 hours, people can take a screenshot of the snap that they're seeing. Yeah. And when a person takes a screenshot of your snap, that is recorded at the back end. So if you post a story and you have hundreds of people taking screenshots of your story, what does that indicate? Why would somebody take a screenshot? It will. There's a metric, Shubhang, for screenshot. It will tell you screenshots this many. Yeah, of course, somebody would be interested. So they are taking the pain of having it saved through a screenshot, right? So it is an indicator of popularity. It is also an indicator of engagement. Yeah. There's a tool called Snapalytics tool, which you can use. It's a premium tool. So if, as we mentioned earlier, if the millennial audience is a core group of your target audience, and you would like to seriously invest time and energy into Snapchat, this is a good premium tool which you can use with a 14-day free trial initially. After that, you need to pay. You can use that. And in Snapalytics, apart from whatever we have seen, the metrics for the snap on Snapchat, what you can see is the number of stories. Total and average number of story opened. What does it mean? You see, even on Instagram, you can see somebody had posted a story and you can choose to open it, right? You see those circles on top. So how many story opens happened? That can be tracked. And what is it? If somebody sees that you have a posted a story, they don't open it. What does it indicate? Even to open a story, they are not interested, right? So story opening is a good metric. You can keep a track of average number of story open. Total and average number of story screenshots. Snapalytics tool gives you that data also. Average story completion rate. That's also interesting. If I post a story of 5 snaps, I see that on an average, the story completion rate is only 3. It's a learning for me, right? Maybe after 3, I'm not able to sustain the interest in the story, so people are exiting or they're moving on. They're not completing to the next or moving on to the next snap. Yeah. So average story completion rate is a good indicator to keep a track of how you are able to sustain the interest in the story. Average open rate for the story. Estimated total followers, how many people are following you on Snapchat. Ratio of pictures to videos. So Snapchat allows you to post a picture or a video. So it will analyze the pattern of your posting and tells you, okay, this is the ratio of, let's say 2:1. It means you are posting double the number of pictures as compared to a video. So maybe 10 pictures, 5 videos. So 2 pictures for every video that you post. So these kind of data that you're posting, it will analyze and give you. This is an example of Analytics tool interface. So somebody has posted some stuff. It's giving data. If you look at the top, 215 stories, 3.6 million open, 41,000 screenshots, on an average 16,000 openings, and 93% average completion rate. Then it gives data for each snap. So first snap, if you look at it, date, time, sorry, each story, 9 snaps in that story and 90 seconds long. How many people opened? 17,000 times opened, 17 screenshots, 86% completion rate, 25% open rate. So you get this kind of in-depth information about each story that you post using this tool. Is this clear? Yes? No? So what do you think? Depending upon whatever business that you created, do you think this Snapchat is going to be useful for you to promote in any way, or this audience is not part of your target audience? I don't understand the screenshot thing. Screenshot, simple, Shubham. Let's say you're seeing the story on your Snapchat app of somebody, they posted something. You know how to take a screenshot, right? You keep, depending upon what phone you use, you can take a screenshot. Now, when somebody takes a screenshot of your story, it gets recorded on Snapchat because that's a metric that they are making it available for you to keep a tab of to indicate the extent of popularity, interest in your Snap. It's also a way of engaging, right? There's no option for people to like or comment or anything. I mean, not comment, react or anything here. The opposite person gets a notification somebody taking a screenshot of your app. There, correct. For real estate, not very useful. Yeah, not much useful. So typically, if you have a, let's say you have a band or you have even yoga retreat, maybe I could use it more. I'm just lazy, so I don't use it Snapchat much. Also, my audience, mostly people who come for my programs, are also slightly 20s, 30s. It could be good if you're having some program, you're an event manager. You can use these things to show behind the scenes content, how something is you're getting prepared for something, all that stuff you can keep posting. So if you have a good following, you can engage with them. Yeah, clear? Any doubt? Yes, no? Okay. So that completes Snapchat. Quite a short topic because the app is quite simple. Did you find the case studies helpful in understanding how you can apply it if at all you have a client who might have that kind of a target audience? Of course, cookery channel, it will be nice. You can, let's say you have a recipe, you can create contests, you can post stuff, meal preparation, all that stuff you can do. Okay. There's a tool that tracks a user have taken a screenshot. Yeah, that's the what we were discussing was the Snapalytics tool, a premium tool that can get you that data. Yeah. All right. So we have two options, guys. Now we are going to cover Pinterest, and then we will look at some tools which can help you integrate your social media marketing strategy across all the platforms that we discussed, like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Would you like to complete Pinterest now before taking a break, or you want to take a break? Break? Going by only Neha's response, 100% says break. It will take about 20 minutes. Okay, it's like alternate break, Pinterest break, Pinterest. Okay, I'll continue with Pinterest. Okay, why I'm asking is because then we'll take a longer break. Don't worry, we'll complete it fast. And then also, have you all had your breakfast or late? You walk up straight into front of the computer. We will have the tools, and then we will be covering how to create a end-to-end social media marketing strategy. So we might go on till 1:45. So when we take the break, have something to eat. Otherwise, towards the end, you won't be able to focus. Okay, uh, that's why. Okay, so let me just quickly take up Pinterest, and then we can move on to the break. How many of you have a Pinterest account? Neha has. Okay. Company? Yeah, whichever way. You had it? Okay. Okay. So for the purpose of our current discussion, if you have it, please keep it opened in a new tab, Pinterest account. I'll give you a minute to do it. Pinterest.com. Okay. So what are we going to learn here? We are going to learn what is Pinterest, how it works, how can it be useful for business purpose, best practices for leveraging Pinterest platform for marketing, and then we look at the concept of rich pin, and then analytics and measurement. Okay. Introduction to Pinterest. What is Pinterest? Is there anyone in this group who has not seen the Pinterest interface? Then I can show you. Okay, 1 second. It's a visual app, correct, like Instagram. So this is what I see when I log into Yogashala's Pinterest page. As you can see, I see my company name and logo over here, and I see a lot of pictures. Okay, so you can think of Pinterest as a correct digital scrapbook. All of you had scrapbook at some point in time when you were in school. So what is a scrapbook used for? You have a board, or you collect things and you post it over there, right? That's what scrapbook is mainly used for. Yes. So this is another screenshot. So it's like a visual bookmarking. We see bookmark option on the browser, whether it's Firefox or Chrome, right? So if you see something that is nice, a nice infographic, nice picture, you want to save it for later, we can use Pinterest to save it online. So it's like maintaining a digital scrapbook of clippings of articles or pictures that you like or which you want to. So collection of ideas, that's also possible. So we can call it also as a catalog of ideas. So a lot of people have Pinterest accounts with a lot of collection of pictures of the kind of house they want to build, the kind of drawing room they want to have, the kind of study they want to build. Or many yoga people have Pinterest accounts with a collection of yoga postures and things like that. Okay. Or people who are into fashion, they might have a collection of different types of clothing, styles, accessories, things like that. So imagine, okay, you are an active Pinterest user. Most of you are not, but imagine you are. If you are, then what would you go back to Pinterest for? You know what this is used for, right? So now, if you are to be a very active Pinterest user, what will you go back to it for? Yeah, but what kind of ideas? What kind of trends? What will be your interest area? clothing and accessories, fashion, decor and art. Okay, makeup, DIY, furniture, good furniture. Okay, that will depend on what filters I have chosen initially. No, I'm irrespective of that, Disha. If you are to become a active user on Pinterest, what will be your motivation to go back to this platform? That's what I'm asking. Automobile, okay, baby related, fashion, lifestyle, travel, food, and home decor. Great. So if you look at all these topics that all of you are mentioning, do you see that all of these have a possibility of uh, a very visually appealing post content, whether it's clothing, accessories, makeup, fashion, automobile, lifestyle, travel. So because it's a visual platform like Instagram, also we discussed some categories. It's almost like similar categories that are most active, correct? So we could do that. How do users use Pinterest? Let's see. Basically, you bookmark. So the bookmark on Pinterest platform has a specific term which you use pin. Like how a post is called tweet on Twitter, snap on Snapchat. Bookmarking on Pinterest platform is called pinning something. So when I say I bookmarked, I don't say I bookmarked something on Pinterest. I say I pinned something to Pinterest. Where do you pin? You pin on something that we call as a board. So Pinterest allows you to create different boards on which you can pin different things. So if I want, I can create a, let's say, like what Nikita is saying. If I'm interested in fashion, I can create a board called summer fashion or summer trends, and I can pin styles related to this particular season onto that board. I can create another board for travel. So some, if I have a bucket list of places I want to travel to, I can create a board for that and pin pictures related to that. Yeah. So basically, many people use these pins as a reference which they can keep for later time. It's also a option. I mean, it's also a content collection you create to save ideas on the kind of things you would like to do. Some people also use this as a research product research process. So if you are researching between 2 3 options of some product that you want to buy, you can research, come up with pictures, and then do them, pin them onto the board. So pin is your post or bookmarks. Board is where you collect these pins, organize them. Followers are people who follow your board or the profile. So you have an option to follow the board of another person or the entire person as such. So if I want to follow, if I'm interested in automobile, I can follow the automobile related board that Swaraj created. Or if I look at his account and I see that all the different boards he had created are very informative and interest me, I can follow Swaraj as a user. So whatever he creates or pins, I'll get notifications and I can see it on my home feed or home page. Is this clear? Now let's look at how to use it for business purpose. From the perspective of sale, Pinterest seems to have a good impact. 87% of pinners, that is people who are using Pinterest, have purchased a product because of Pinterest. So maybe from the purchase decision making perspective, it is playing a very active role. 72% of pinners use Pinterest to decide what to buy offline. Okay. And of 5% of all referral traffic to websites come from Pinterest. It's also a very important thing to take note, especially if you want to. So let's say you have a fashion blog, okay, or let's say you are having an account, you are running a company like IKEA, furniture company, right? And you have a new furniture launch. that has happened. You can post a very nice picture of it, which is brief description, caption on Pinterest. Give a URL that can take the person to that particular page on the website. Now, a person landing on the website through the link in this post is a referral traffic coming from Pinterest to the website. So if you have a blog, you can post picture of the post of the whatever is the post that you're having for the blog along with a URL that is leading to the blog. So you can create referral traffics from the Pinterest to your website. Is this clear? Any doubt? So all of this, most of you covered. What are the main sectors which are active on Pinterest? Travel, fashion, beauty, food, weddings, and home decors. I think except for weddings, all of you mentioned all the other parts. Photography also, that's also there. Now, marketing on Pinterest. What do you do to market on Pinterest? You first choose your goal, whether it is brand awareness, or is it engagement improvement, or is it referral traffic to your website, or is it to get people to buy something as part of your post. Now set up a Pinterest account. That's the first thing. So those of you who don't have a Pinterest account, can you set up one at the moment? Go to pinterest.com. You can easily sign in using your Facebook account or Google Gmail ID. If you've already signed in, just type done. If you already have an account, you can convert it to a business account. So we are talking of a business account. So excuse me. This business account, one second, let me just open the site. I'll just show you the website. I'm going to business.pinterest.com. So this is a business specific website of Pinterest where you can join as a business. So if I say join as a business, and you get a lot of, there is an ad platform, case studies are not available there. So it will ask you for the location. Now this is the only challenge for Indian users. Currently, it doesn't have India or Indian currency here. So basically, if you go ahead to sign up for a business account with Pinterest, it will first ask you to, it will take you to ads.pinterest.com. It's the ad platform. So let's say I choose US dollars or other. In this case, if I choose other, because I'm in India, it will say it is not available in other countries yet. If I choose US dollar, I can proceed. Okay. So if you have a client who is business is based in other countries, you can still go ahead and create a business account of Pinterest. That is possible. Okay. You say next. Okay. But you will be billed in US dollars and everything. Okay. But otherwise, at the moment, what you could do is you can use it as a normal account, which is what we were doing. Okay, is this clear? Now if I go to this Yogashala account, the normal account in.pinterest.com, INS for India, it will show me all the boards I have created. Okay, so you see, I see an overview, I see board, I see pin, tries, followers, and following. So if I say overview, it gives the overview of in the last recent past what were my latest pins, what are the latest boards I created. If I go to board, it will show me only the boards I have. So I have created 3 boards, one on nature, one yoga on the go, one for yoga postures. And if I want a new board, I can create a new board. I can give the name, and I have an option to keep it a secret board or a public board. Secret board means if I turn this on, this board will be visible only to me, not for any visitors on my profile. Okay, is it clear? Ruhi, can you create 2 accounts under one app? You mean if you download the Pinterest app? I need to check on that because I have not tried the app version of Pinterest. This is mostly you can work on this from the desktop also, not like Instagram. Lot of features are not available on desktop, so like you can't even post from the desktop, right? You can use it mostly from the mobile. Let me check on that. Okay, do you have a Pinterest account, Ruhi? Okay, yes, in web you can have. If I go here, you see this plus sign, sorry, not plus sign. In the settings I have an add account option, so I can add a new account. So once I add another account, in the drop down I can switch like this. So ideally in the app also it should be available. Okay, right, so let's get back to the presentation. So business account option is there as long as currently you're in other countries, not in India. Now if you go to the settings page, if you click on your profile icon, you will see the settings. If you go to settings page, there is an option for you to confirm a website. Do you see that? What is that? If I go here, settings, account settings, I see an option called claim. So I have entered my website and it will say claim the website. If I say claim, basically this is a way for the Pinterest to verify that whatever website I am promoting or leading users to, that website is my own website. Okay, so if I say add HTML tag and verify, it will give me a HTML tag which I can copy. I need to paste this under the head section of the website's HTML page, index.html file. So if I don't know how to do that, I will contact my web developer, ask him or her to do it. Or another option is I can download an HTML file and upload it to the website's root directory. Both ways, whichever way you do, once you do that, you will be able to have it verified by the Pinterest dashboard. Okay, I can link my Instagram account. So if I say claim over here, so if I want to add another account, not my yoga trails account, I will say not yoga trails, switch account. So I think I need to update the password there, but anyway, if I do that, what will happen is that Instagram account will get linked to this Pinterest account. So I post something on Insta, it will get posted over here also. Okay. Etsy also you can do if you have a Etsy shop setup, e-commerce, or if you have a YouTube channel, you can claim that also. So cross integration with other platforms. Okay. If you go to edit profile, you can edit your display name, location, all that things. This is what I was showing you now. Interface slightly changed. So converting to business account, we can't do here, but you can always add a website and link it to the profile. So if you want, you can add that now. Most of you already have a blog or another website. So you can add it under the account settings, the claim option. Can you do that and tell me done when you're done with it? How about others? So quickly, some of the best practices with regard to Pinterest marketing. One, as you know, you create boards in a way that catches attention of your users. Now, although the popular verticals were about travel, fashion, wedding, and all that, this is an example of a technical company. So basically, HubSpot is a marketing software company. Now, how look at their boards. Do you find them attractive and useful? One is on inbound hub, one helpful marketing ebooks, one board on totally useful templates, one board on wonderful webinars, another on marketing infographics. So if you're somebody who is interested in marketing and these kind of stuff, would you find this kind of segregation of boards useful for you or interesting for you? Yes, no, or what could improve? So even if you don't have a very visually appealing product or service, you can still think of creating boards and pins in a way that interests your target group. Okay. Another example, this is a brand called Wed Me Good. Basically, they help with wedding planning. See the boards on bridal lehengas, engagement, cocktail outfits, different things. Yeah. Make My Trip, travel company. See the kind of boards they have created. Places to see in a particular place, shopping, unique places, romantic places, travel codes, that itself is a board, food and drink, Europe, best travel destinations. So you can think of any number of ways in which to create a board, right? Different kinds of approaches, themes. Furniture, urban ladder account, boards for living rooms, bedrooms, dining rooms, work nooks, entryways, cups, pickle jars, leaves. Yeah. And some other basic best practices include, like in Instagram, because this is also a visual platform like Instagram. So use compelling and high quality pictures. Show, if you're having multiple products, show them all in the same pin rather than posting different pins for different colors on the same product. Feel free to use text overlay. So combine pictures with some element of some degree of text if that adds value. And optimize the pin descriptions. So how do you optimize the pin description? To enhance their search visibility, see this pin, there's a picture. The headline, bride twirling in blue floral print lehenga, or the description. You're using hashtags, you're using important terms which can help this particular pin get more visibility. That is how you optimize, search optimize the pin description. You can also search optimize the board. How do you optimize the board? By mentioning what this particular board is about. You can do that, like the Instagram account profile. Okay. You can also run contests. So once Timex asked their Facebook followers to pin their favorite Timex watch and accessories from their Pinterest inspiration board. So they created a Pinterest inspiration board and they asked the Facebook followers, go to this inspiration board and then pin. So let's say they have created some 20 different pins of Timex watches. On Facebook, they said you go to this Pinterest board, whichever is your favorite, pin it to your board, and some people will get a chance to win a featured Timex and $100 Visa gift card. So you can think of, so basically they named it pin it to win it. So you can think of these kind of engagement. This was primarily focused at improving the engagement of customers with the or followers with the brand. You could do that. Shubhang, if you create a pin into a particular board, can we rearrange them into different boards? Yeah, you can. You can move it around anytime. So to summarize, use compelling high quality and high resolution pictures. Make the pins beautiful, helpful, and actionable. When it comes to size, aspect ratio of a pin, 2:3 is preferable. So 100 pixel, 600 pixel wide, 900 pixel high. Or what else? Create boards which are divided into specific themes. Search optimize the board and pin description. And as much as copying pictures are good, if you're a brand, try to use original content which others can pin. Do it consistently as any other, same as any other platform, not once in a while. Now think of a brand or a product or a service or a business for which you would like to create a Pinterest board, and then create 5 boards. So go to your Pinterest account, create 5 boards, search and pin at least 2 images to each board. That's the activity. After that, we'll take the break. So go to your Pinterest tab, create 5 boards, specific theme each board, search on Pinterest or any other side of the web, and pin at least 2 images minimum to each board. Your time starts now. 5 minutes, more than enough. If we create a pin into particular board, okay, that's the earlier question. Is it done? When I'm trying to create a board, I click on the option, the page is going blank. Okay, anyone else having that issue? Maybe you need to restart or refresh, Neha. Maybe log out. It's not a intended behavior. How about others? Have you completed the activity? I have a board. How can I add more? You mean how to create more boards? So if you have a board already, go to the boards, create board, and you can give a new name and create. Is it clear, Hemlata? Within a board, if you go, if you want to add new pin, if I say your pins, you see this plus create a pin. I can add a new pin. If I say organize, I can move or delete or copy. If I hover my mouse over a pin and I want to edit it to some other, I say edit, change the board to some other board if I want. Clear? Okay. So those of you who have not completed it, you can complete it. Let's go on a break now. There's only one more topic remaining, which is on rich pin. That I'll take it up after the break, and then we will look at the tools for social media marketing. Okay. Can others hear me? Everyone? Okay, so it's 12:10 India time. We'll have a break for 20 minutes. Back at 12:30. So we'll have session till about 1:30. May extend to 1:45 because we have to discuss assignment. Please have something so that you don't feel hungry. Okay, I'll see you in 20 minutes. Thank you. Everyone here? So how many of you have heard of the concept of a rich pin? A rich pin is basically something, as you can know from the terminology, a pin which has some additions which enhances utility or information value for the end user. Okay, how does it look like? Maybe if you see an example, you will understand. So basically, they have some extra information compared to a conventional pin, which makes it more useful, adds more value for the user. There are different types of rich pins. There are article pins. So if you have a blog and you're posting an article, or let's say a newspaper has a Pinterest account, they are posting a newspaper article. Now, this pin will have not just the image, but it will have a headline, who wrote the article, a brief description of the story, and finally the link to the actual web page. If it's a product pin, it will have in real time what is the price of that product right now, is it available, where to buy it, such information. If it's a recipe pin, let's say you have a cooking blog, it can have details like the ingredients of the, let's say you have a picture of a particular dish, you can have a brief description of what ingredients, how much cooking time, serving info, things like that. And if it's a mobile app promotion post that you're posting, these are app pins which can have an install button for the user to click and download the app onto their mobile phone. Okay, example of an article pin. So you have the picture posted, but you also have some description and headline about the article. If you click on this, it will redirect you to the actual link, so you can get a referral traffic. So what does it include? Headline, author, in this case the Forbes, basically the story description. Is this clear? Any doubt? If it's a product pin, you can see the price, you can see the picture, who is it sold by. If you want to buy, click on visit. Availability information is not shown over here, but sometimes that can also be there. So it will have it includes pricing, availability, and where to buy. Clear? Recipe pin, a picture of the dish or the whatever food, how much of ingredients are required. It can also include serving information or cooking time. Okay, so do you know that when you go to a website, let's say you are browsing internet, you go to a website, you see some nice image, let's say like this, you saw some nice dish and you want to pin it to your Pinterest board. Can you do that? Yes or no? You are not on the Pinterest platform, you are on some other website. Share. If your browser has the Pinterest extension downloaded, you will be able to put it, or what to say, pin it to your website, the Pinterest board. Okay, Let me try to show you an example. Let me go to a page which has some picture. Mm, give me a minute. So if you go to your Chrome store, if you're having a Chrome browser and search for Pinterest, you will see there is an option called Pinterest Save button. Can you check that? This one. Okay. I added that Pinterest Save button. Now what will happen? You see this? There's a new icon I have over here, which is Pinterest icon. How do I save? If I'm going to a web page, I see something, I can click on this. So it will ask me, what do you want to save? Okay. And I can save it to, if I click on one of these options, it will ask me what board I want to save it to, or I can create a new board. So basically whatever image is there on that page, it will try to pull it up and ask you what you want to save. Okay. Now coming back to rich pin, how do you create these rich pins? Okay, finally the app pin. App pin is basically you have a mobile app picture. So let's say I have a e-commerce store for selling shoe. I can put up the picture of a shoe. If I want them to download the app, I can use the rich pin app. Where do you get that button? With the Chrome, the Pinterest Chrome button? You go to Chrome store, in Google type Chrome store, and in the Chrome store type Pinterest save. Shrutika, if I am using the mobile app, you mean the Pinterest mobile app? I don't know if Safari extension has similar one. It should have. If maybe you need to check the App Store, Apple. Just type in Google Safari Pinterest extension and see if you are able to get it. Shrutika, why we need this extension? Basically, if I am outside of Pinterest and I want to pin an image to my board, this is useful. If I'm already inside Pinterest.com, which is the case if you're using an app, you don't need this, no? You're already inside the Pinterest ecosystem. So you see an image, you can simply pin it. You don't need to have this. This is basically if you are browsing, you're on another website, you see an image that you would like to pin for that purpose. Is that clear? That is true for all extensions of Chrome. It's a standard message. Okay. Any extension you are adding onto your browser, it can read whatever you're doing with your browser. So that's the price that you pay for the extensions. Now, getting rich pin for your business. How do you create a rich pin? For this, so when I say how do you create a rich pin, let's say I have a website. So I have this Yogashala website. I post yoga pictures, event pictures on that. And I am thinking, what if somebody comes to my website and they want to pin a image from my website? Okay, if I don't have a rich pin, when they pin that image, only the image gets copied to the board. Okay, I can make it a rich pin. How? By adding something called a metadata, okay, to the content on my website. So basically, I will have to work with my website developer to do this. If my website is hosted on a WordPress website, okay, then there is a WordPress plugin called Yoast SEO, which I can install, which can help me with creating a rich pin. Otherwise, I need to, if it's hosted on some other platform, I need to check with my web developer, how do I add the metadata. Now, what is this metadata? There is a page called rich pin validator page. Oh, you already done that, all of you? The Yoast SEO plugin? Great. In that case, very good. So now you have, okay, Hemlata has not done that. You didn't have your blogging session yet. Okay. So when you have the blogging session, they will tell you it's a very simple process. When you build a blog using WordPress platform, there are different plugins. Plugins are like these extensions. So WordPress has their own set of plugins. One such plugin is called Yoast SEO, which can help with creating a rich pin. Now, to create a rich pin, you need to validate that this I'll share you the link for this page. It's called a rich pin validator page. So I'm going to ping this URL to you on the chat. So if I have created a rich pin, or I've created the metadata, read this. Choose any page on your website that you have added the metadata to. So assuming that my Yogashala page has metadata added to it, if I enter it over here, I click on validate. So if there is any issue, it will tell me if there is an issue. This looks like you have entered the URL to your home page. Please give the URL to a specific page. So I'm going to give a specific page. Okay. So you see this? Congratulations, your rich pins are approved and on Pinterest. So what does it mean? This yogashala.org domain rich pin is enabled. Site name is Yogashala. Favicon will be my logo, whatever I have on that website. So if it's an article rich pin, but what the URL I gave here is a URL to a specific page for my yoga retreat to Sikkim. So if somebody pins that article, the name will be given as Sikkim retreat. Okay. Others, it will have blank because I have not added any old or author information in that article. Description, they will save that image will be Yoga Retreat in Sikkim by Yogashala. So these additional details will be added automatically to the pin somebody creates from that page. Is that clear? If you want to see that page, no, this automatically fetches the information. So basically, if you want to edit the information, you need to edit it here. You see this? This is the page URL. In this page, from where have it picked up the URL? I mean, all that information. It has picked up the information Sikkim retreat from the headline I gave to the article. So what did I edit here? Okay, Shubham. And what else? I haven't given author information, so it's not picking up that. But otherwise, I can add that. Then, what else has it picked up? Description: Yoga retreat in Sikkim by Yogashala. Now, where is that written over here? I think I gave it in the page uh, description or something. When I created the page, in the page description, I had given it. So I need to edit it there if I want to change it. So that is where it, because it automatically fetches from there. So I validated that page for rich pin by entering it over here, and now it picks up. So if one of you go here and you pin this article, you want it to be pinned, it will become a rich pin. I came to your website, pin an article. Can I edit pin name and board? Oh, your pin board name can be edited anytime. Okay, got it? I hope this is clear to everyone. Finally, once you create your boards, once you start pinning stuff onto the board, you want to know how the pins are performing, what is the data analytics. So there is a analytics. I'm showing the slides here instead of my account because my Pinterest account is not very active, so you won't see much data. So here, Rohit's account, we are looking at the Pinterest profile. It will tell you on an average how many daily impressions, how many people are seeing your profile. Okay, so daily viewers and daily impression. Daily impression is for the post that you make. Viewers are of your profile. How, same thing on a monthly basis. How many people are engaging on a monthly basis with your pins? How many are viewing your profile? Okay, or the post. For every pin that you have, it will give you specific data. How many impressions, meaning visibility, how many people saved it. So if I see a pin that is interesting, I can save it, right? So that data you can see, engagement, how many clicks on the URLs or things, you can see that, and how many people liked your pin. Is this clear? Any doubt? These are engagement data. This is awareness data. So live demo, I can show to my analytics page, but it won't have much. So I'll just show you. This is the analytics dashboard. If I go to overview, what I was showing you on the slide, same thing. But since I have not posted much in the last 30 days, it's showing 0 for everything. If I go to the profile, maybe if I change the date timeline to last 30, no. Okay. So you can see the number of saves, number of clicks, all these data over here, and all-time data. Okay. Are we clear? Any doubt? So we looked at what is Pinterest, how it works, how to use it for business purpose, how to market effectively on Pinterest, best practices, leverage pins, rich pins, and analytics. Okay. That completes Pinterest platform. So do you think the business that you hypothetically created or promoting for your assignments, it has relevance for Pinterest as a platform to promote? No? Yes? Excuse me. Is there any switching into business account? No. As I told you, there is a business side of Pinterest, but currently not available in India, which includes the ad platform. That's why we are not discussing the ad promotion on Pinterest, because it's not yet available feature for India. You could use it if you have a visual content for what purpose? You can send it for referral traffic, post it for brand awareness, referral traffic. For these purposes you can use. So we are going to look at a couple of tools over here. One is Buffer, which you already know. All of you know Buffer. You may have used it for your assignment if you have completed week 1, 2. Yes. For scheduling your posts, we saw it. If you have any doubts after today's session, in the LMS there is a discussion forum, Vanita. You can use that to post your query. Not just me, we have 5-6 social media marketing trainers. So one of us will take a look and we can respond to you. Okay. So do you want me to again go through Buffer? Or I think all of you, since most of you mentioned you completed week 1, 2 assignments, you must have already done this tool. Can we move on to Hootsuite in that case? I will come to that, Shupang. Please ask me when we discuss assignment, okay? Otherwise, we'll go on a tangent. Okay. So let us start with Hootsuite in that case. Hootsuite, have you heard of this name? Anyone? Okay. Hootsuite is a platform where you can link multiple social media accounts. Why do we do that? So that you don't have to separately manage each of these platforms. Okay. So when you log in, so if you go to hootsuite.com, it will ask you to sign in. You can sign in using your Google account if you want to. So I'm just logging in, then I'll show you. Just a minute. Can you tell a short version? Yeah, sure. Buffer is basically you can connect your Instagram account, Twitter account, Facebook page, all these things. Why? Just for the purpose of scheduling your post. So you can create a post and add it to the queue. So write a tweet or a, so in one go it will post to your Facebook page, it will post to your Twitter. So you can select which platforms you want to post it to. So I'm just opening the Hootsuite account. Is it safe if we connect all accounts to Buffer? Safe as in, will it get hacked or something? These are popular platforms, Panita, so should be fine, in my opinion. Okay, so this is how Hootsuite will look. What you can see over here. Once you log in with your Google account and you connect, so what you're seeing over here is, if you look at the top, there is something called Twitter. So this tab shows my Twitter account. Next tab shows my personal Facebook account. Third tab shows my Instagram account. Okay. So what is this Twitter account of Yogashala? I can see the home page, tweets from the home page, and then here retweets. Any retweets I have made, it shows over here. Mentions, anyone who has mentioned my Twitter handle. Okay. My personal tweets from that account here. Okay. So this is something where I have entered a keyword. So I'll show you what this is. So instead of having to navigate to each part of my Twitter account, I can see it all in one place over here. Okay. If I want to add a new, so these are called streams. What you're seeing over here, these are called streams. And if I want to add a new stream, I click on add stream. So if it's to Twitter that I want to add, I can either currently I can add home, anyone who is mentioning my this thing, or I can add a search term. Remember on Twitter we could make searches to find out about tweets. So if I want to make a search for a particular query like yoga tips, now what will happen if I say yoga tips? Any tweet which contains yoga or tips will show up in that stream. So if I want to make it specific, I can put a double inverted comma here. Then what will happen if you put something in double inverted comma? Any tweet containing the exact phrase yoga tips will show up. So if I say add stream, you see this? It is catching all the tweets where a person may have mentioned on the page yoga tips. Here, see, hashtag yoga tips. This is important because it's part of your assignment for this week to create this kind of a stream on Hootsuite. Okay, so you can keep adding different streams to an account. You can add a new social network. If you want to integrate another social network, click on add social network. So I have added Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. If I want to add, let's say Pinterest, I can say connect. Now thing is, if it is free, you can add only 3 accounts. So if I'm adding fourth one, first it will ask, can I authorize? I say okay, authorize. Now it is telling you I need to upgrade my plan because I'm using a free plan. I can connect only. If I say no thanks, I will come back here. So I can connect Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, WordPress, Instagram, YouTube or Pinterest. So if you want to use only the free version, see which platforms are you most actively on, link them first. So I have added Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Okay, Rohi. So you can use it for free, but only up to 3 accounts can be linked in the free version. If you want more than 3 accounts, then you will have to pay. No, it is if you are going into a payment plan only, it will ask for the payment. You see this upgrade my plan. If I click on upgrade my plan, it will take me to the payment plans. All of these have a free 30-day trial, after which it will, so up to 10 social profiles if I go for professional plan. But if I want only 3, I don't have to pay. I can use the normal. Is anyone else getting a message to pay? Neha, so as we all are guided through WordPress and everybody has a website or blog with WordPress, do you suggest WordPress to be among the 3 free picks? You mean to add WordPress website here? You can't add a website. Hootsuite is to add social media platforms. So you can add your Instagram account, you can add your Twitter account, Facebook account, LinkedIn account. You can add a website. WordPress is hosting your website, Neha. Now you can direct traffic to your website through different social media channels. In order to manage all these social media channels in one platform, in one interface, we can use Hootsuite. Is it clear? There is also some basic analytics which you can see here in Hootsuite on the left navigation panel. Okay, but again, analytics you will get if you go for a payment plan. If you choose to use just the basic version of Hootsuite, you have option to link 3 platforms. That's it. Add different streams. Still, it is useful. You can try doing it. Okay. Can I move on? Next one. So all of you understood how to add a stream. Why only 3 platforms? Because they want you to pay. Same with buffer. You can add, I think, 3 platforms for free. After that, you need to upgrade. Okay. So Hootsuite is done. Then we have something called TweetDeck. Any of you have used this platform, TweetDeck? This is a product by Twitter to link multiple Twitter accounts into one interface. I'll just log in and show you. If you go to tweetdeck.com, you see this almost similar to Hootsuite but more clean interface. But the only limitation is that a TweetDeck account can be used only to link multiple Twitter accounts. You see this? It is my Twitter account. If I want to add more accounts, I can add other Twitter accounts I have, but not Instagram or Facebook or anything else. That's the limitation here. Now, if you are having a team which manages tweets for you, you can add the team, give them access to use this. What are you seeing over here? You're seeing different parts of your Twitter account. Okay. So see this, my home feed. This is a list I created of only people whom I personally know. So I can see their tweets, notifications of people who are interacting with my tweets, private messages, then activity, then other travel bloggers, journalists, mindfulness. These are all lists I have created. So if I want to add a new column over here, I will click on add column. It will ask me, what do I want to add? Do I want to add a search, likes, followers, scheduled tweets? Whatever I want to see, I can add. So if I'm a very heavy Twitter user who has lots of followers, I keep tweeting all the time, interact, engage in Twitter debates and all this, it is a very useful platform. So I used to do all that many years back. At that time, I used to use this very heavily, not now. But if you have a very active Twitter account for your company and you have a lot of customer queries and you're interacting a lot with your clients, TweetDeck is a very, very useful platform, but it's limited only to Twitter. Okay. You can try it out just for the sake of it. Create a TweetDeck account, just grant access to your Twitter account. That's all. You will see all this. Then you can keep adding columns. Okay. Got it? Yes, you can say like a Facebook manager, but different. Facebook manager doesn't show the pages and the sections like this, right? It will, if you click on it, it will take you to the page directly. Now we will look at one paid social media analytics tool, which is called Simply Measured. So Simply Measured, basically it's an end-to-end platform that will help you with social listening, social analytics, track the content that you share, and conversion tracking. It has now merged with this other company called Sprout Social. So it's the same company, both of them. Basically does the same thing. These are paid platforms, so I can't show you the actual interface because I have not taken a subscription. But it will meant for complete social media management, which includes planning your posts, publishing them, monitoring how they are performing, engaging with users who interact with your posts, as well as creating reports and analyzing the data. So basically, they will help you use the data that you have from these impression data or engagement data and create good reports. Another such paid platform is called Salesforce Social Studio. Some of you may be aware of the name Salesforce. It's a very popular and pretty expensive platform used by big companies. If you are a small company, it will be too expensive for you. But big companies use Salesforce for CRM and many other activities. They have something called a social studio to manage the social media marketing part. And you can request a demo from their website if you wish to know how it can be useful for you. Yeah, it has all kinds of marketing management features, Akash. Uh, Sprout Social. No, see, Buffer is a very simpler tool, Neha. You can say it is similar to the extent that you can use them for scheduling your post, which is the major work of Buffer. So it's like asking if Snapchat and Instagram are similar. They are similar in a way, right? Both of them you can create stories, but Instagram you can do much more. Same way. So what did we learn here? We looked at Buffer, Hootsuite, TweetDeck, and some of the paid social media tools like, which actually both have integrated Sprout Social and Simply Measure. Okay, done. Which brings us to the last topic, which is about creating a comprehensive social media marketing strategy. So basically, this is about pulling together whatever we learned up till now to understand how do we craft a proper social media marketing strategy. Do you want to try it out? All right. Let's see what are the elements of this. So can you guys take a sheet of paper, all of you, on the side, or if you want, you can open a new tab or open the Word document on your computer. Okay, done. We are going to look at these things. How do you audit your social media presence? How do you define objectives and research both your audience as well as competitors? Then how do you choose the best platform for your business, and then budget, creating content plan and calendar, and choose what metrics to track. Now, here, researching your audience and competitors, we can't do within the time frame that we have, but we can look at auditing the social media presence and outline and other things as a sort of a short activity right now. So that this covers whatever we learned from session 1 up till now in a generic way of looking at social media marketing. Okay, so I hope all of you are ready. This is a, you need to do some work as I go through the slide. Okay, everyone here has a Facebook page, right? Week 1 assignment nobody has pending. All of you have completed, I assume. Great. So as I go through this presentation, Keep in mind that particular business which you have chosen to promote from week 1 through your FB page or Instagram or Twitter. Okay. Now let us look at what are the steps involved in creating a social media strategy. We are using a 10-step framework. By no means this is a very rigid framework. I don't insist you should use only this. If it's useful, you can try it out. You can also improvise. Yeah, feel free. So typically what we do, this is also a step you can process you can follow when you take on new clients. So I always tell everyone, many people ask me, okay, now that the module is over, how do we take this forward and everything? The best way to learn is take up internship opportunities, volunteer or proactively approach some business who does not have much of a social media presence, offer your consulting service as a freelancer. If you're not already working for some company or you don't have anything, your own firm to work on. Okay. Now for them, it's a bonus. For you, it's a great learning experience to craft, understand. So you can use this process in that. Okay. First, if many times what happens is, let's say a client approaches you, or even your own case, if you have a company, you may have inadvertently created social media accounts. I have to write a blog today on the same topic on creating social media marketing strategy. Haha. So you can pay me a commission. Okay. Yeah. So most companies may inadvertently have some social media accounts first, and then they think about, okay, after making few posts and all, okay, now we need to do something properly. So if you already have a social media presence or your client already has a presence, audit it. We will give some framework for auditing, and then once you know where you are, define where you want to go. What is the objective of this marketing strategy? Is it brand awareness? Is it engagement? Is it sales? Make sure you clearly define it. Then understand your audience, whom you want your content to be seen, and research your competitive social landscape. Meaning, if I am, let's say I'm a McDonald's, who are my competitors? Maybe Burger King or KFC, or even in our case, Sharavana, right? Because you go to Connaught Place, you see Sharavana always having a big queue. McD has almost empty. So you analyze the social landscape of your competitors. How are they performing socially on the social media? Choose the platforms. Then you come to the decision of which platform, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What do you focus on? That comes after that point. Okay. Any doubt till now? After that, you decide how much you want to spend. Every company will have an overall marketing budget, which some part of it might be needed for traditional media, some for search engine marketing like on Google, and some on social media. Once you decide the platforms, from that mix you have to divide and set aside some budget for Facebook or maybe Instagram or Twitter, depending upon what you want to focus on. Having done all that, you can create a content plan. What kind of content you want to create and how frequently do you want to post. Once you define the posting schedule and you start posting, you need to, that's when the actual work begins. You have to start tracking using all these analytics options that we were discussing, how it's performing, measure the performance, and then optimize, constantly refine, make changes. Okay, let's look at it in a more detailed manner. Auditing your social media presence. So to formulate a social media strategy, first you need to assess where you are. So if you are having a completely new business or brand, you can skip this step. So I'm assuming all of you might be having a completely new account with no history, in which case this step can be skipped, but this is an important step if you have clients who already have accounts which had some history. Okay, so assuming you have such a client, what you need to do is you need to have some kind of a framework by which you can analyze their current presence. So platform 1, 2, 3, 4 here means maybe Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, whatever they are active on. Look at their past 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. 3 month is recommended, last one quarter. How have they been posting? Is it 10 posts a month, 12, 5, whatever is the number, fill it up. What has been the growth in followers in the last 3 months? You will get these data from the page insight or that kind of analytics data for each platform. What has been the engagement rate for their posts in the last 3 months? If they were spending money on advertisements, how much were they spending? Cost per engagement, that data is also readily available on each platform. Referral traffic, go to their website and see how much of their website traffic is coming from each of these social media channels. That's the referral traffic. And if if they are selling something or if they have a lead generation form on the website, look at what is their number of sales and inquiries arising from each of these social media channels. Is this clear? And then for every platform, look at individually. Okay, Facebook, platform one. What has been the content categories they were using in the last 3 months? Meaning, were they using images, text, videos, GIF images, texts, or I mean simply article links? Put out all the different categories and the average engagement for each category. This will help you understand on each platform what kind of content is performing better or not performing, both ways. Clear? So we are looking overall each platform, how has been the trend in the last 3 months with respect to their posting frequency, follower growth, everything. And for every platform, what kind of content they were using and the average engagement. So this helps us know where the business is at this moment. Also, it helps us understand these questions better, answers to these questions better. Which platform is driving the most engagement for your brand? Is your followers growing, declining, or stagnant? Are you able to have diversified content or fresh content on each of these platforms? Or which of these contents are being used more often and how frequently? All these questions get answered once you fill in these data. Okay. Then it will also help you understand whether customers who are on social media what are they contacting you for? Why are they engaging? Are they engaging primarily for complaints? Are they engaging for feedback? Are they engaging for inquiries? The nature of engagement you will become very clear. If you are investing money into social advertising, you will understand the spread of that amount, where you are investing more. Is it getting you the kind of results you want? And it will also help you understand how much of your website traffic is being generated through these websites. Is this clear? Now that you know where you are, outline the objectives. So from here, you can start with your business activity. Look at whatever business you took up for your assignment. Maybe this will also help with your social media marketing case study the last week. Just that there it is specifically for event, but otherwise in general this is a good framework. So note it down, maybe on your Word notepad or another um, piece of paper. This is available in your LMS, Nikita, the entire presentation. You can log in and see. Okay, so outline the objective. Put down what is the objective of this business. Is it strengthening the brand awareness? Is it creating an engagement or buzz? Is it providing customer service? A lot of people do that. Like Indian Railway became very popular after the current government came in the initial years, right? People used to tweet to the railway minister, central government minister, something is wrong. Immediately it was getting resolved. So you can use it for customer service also. Drive referral traffic here. So that can be an objective. So define what is the objective, or is it to generate sales and leads? Have you done this? Just tell me if you have completed, done. Now, when you define the objective has to be smart. What is smart objective? Those of you who are into corporate, Very familiar term. You must have got tired listening to this from managers. What is SMART goal? It means the goal that you set has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be attainable, realistic in a way. It should be relevant for where your business is at this moment, and it should have a time limit, time based. Okay. Now tell me, is this a SMART goal? That's right, Neha. How will you make this a SMART goal? Can you give an example? Give an example. How can you modify this to become a SMART goal? Yeah, so write it in the chat. How to generate leads from SMM? How will you change it? So what you can do is look at your business, the assignment. If you were to create an objective for that business, how will you define that objective? Then let's see whether the objective you have defined for your business is a SMART objective. So Neha says to generate leads from social media marketing within 6 months through. No, put it more realistically, Neha. Think of your business on FP, whatever you took up for the assignment. Put it in. Yes. So how will you write that, Meheli? Anyone? To generate more engagement, is it time based? Is it specific? To generate 100 leads from Facebook. Good. What is missing in that? You got specific aspect correct. Time frame is missing. So how can you change it? You can say to generate 100 leads from Facebook in the next 30 days, or to generate 300 leads over the next 6 months through social media marketing. So there is a specificity, there is a relevance, there is a time based, and it's realistic also. 6 months, 300 leads looks doable, right? If you say to generate 100 leads in one day, what aspect is missing? If you are a new business, maybe attainable part is not matching, right? Are you able to understand how to write a clear, smart objective? Great. Then you need to research your audience. How do you research your audience? So again, go back to your notepad or paper. You have to know your audience in and out. What does it mean? You can know your audience in two ways. One is, so why is it essential before that? Depending upon who is your audience, you will end up creating content, right? For a fun loving audience, will you create a grumpy, serious content? Yes? No? For an audience who is mainly 50 plus, will you use slangs and terminologies which a teenager will use? Give me a minute, sir. Guys, 1 second. Just give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. By knowing the audience, we can decide the platform also. Correct. That's also there. So now go back to your assignment, look at the business that you have, and define your audience on the basis of their demography. Can you do that? Take a minute. So note down what could be the age group, gender, geographical location, what kind of sectors or industries they would be part of, and even their socioeconomic strata. No, no, I was saying, Ruhi, doing this activity now can help you also with understanding how to go about doing the last week's second part of the assignment. So just take a minute. Is it complete? One second. Great. You did all these parts in the earlier assignment. Which week was it, Neha? Okay, then we can browse through it faster. If you have already the data in front of you, you can just tell me. Sure. So the other is the psychographic behaviors, which would be like what kind of interest they will have, offline behaviors, any clubs they would be part of, all these things. Okay. Now, depending upon these factors, which will include also maybe using tools like surveys, customer surveys, speaking to them online or offline, understanding the insights that you draw from page insights or Instagram and Twitter analytics, you can understand like the plotting that we did while auditing the engagement rates and all. It will give you a sense of what kind of content type they're connecting with and engaging with. Another important tool you can use in this manner to understand audience behavior is Google Analytics, which we are not covering. It's a separate tool product altogether. So if you have Google Analytics linked to your website, insights drawn about the geographical spread, pages on which people spend more time on, these things will help you understand audience better. Analyzing social competitive landscape, it will include first understanding who is your competitor and looking at what is their presence on each platform. So you could use a grid diagram like this where you put in each platform, Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, Twitter, and plot the competitor on the other side on each column. And then look at what kind of number of posts. So if you remember the first page insight page that we were looking at in Facebook, there's an option called pages to watch. So if any of you have hit 100 likes, you will have that feature. If you add those pages, you will know in the last 1 week how many posts were made by your competitors, how many you made, follower growth. So plot it across platforms, which how the competitors are performing vis-a-vis your own account. This will help you understand what they did worked for them, what they did not work for them, and it will help you fine tune your content marketing plan. What kind of posts to choose, what kind of topics to focus on, and what kind of frequency to engage the users with. Once you've defined both your audience and your competitors, you will have a sense of what are the best performing content categories and post types among your competitors, as well as based on your own past historical performance. Now that you have all this data, you know your audience, you know your competitors, it is very easy to choose the platform. So pick up, depending upon your product and the kind of audience you have, what platform to focus on. Once you pick the platform you want to focus on, the few ground rules. So if you notice, this is mostly like a summary of whatever we did. You pick the platform where your audience is most active. You follow your audience basically. And the platform which also meet your marketing objective, which means if your marketing objectives is more oriented towards engaging users at a more serious level in terms of brand building and all, maybe you will choose LinkedIn. Maybe if it is more informal, casual way of engagement that you want, you might choose a more informal platform like Instagram or Facebook. And also you draw insight from what work for your competitors in the same industry. Once you've chosen your platform, set up your budget, which is basically a very commonsensical arrival of an amount based on what's your overall marketing budget and how much you have allocated for social media. From that, you allocate a budget. Now, few things you need to keep in mind when you set this budget. It's not just about how many ads you run. Your cost will also involve agency cost. As a company, if you are outsourcing your social media marketing to an agency, they will charge a commission. That also you have to account while creating the budget. Content creation cost, if you're looping in a graphic designer for posts, or you have a video production agency hired to create good videos, their costs are also part of the same social media marketing budget. They are not separate, so you need to keep that in mind. Finally, if you're using any of these premium tools which we discussed for social media marketing analytics or things, that also forms part of your social media marketing budget. Okay, so these are few smaller details that you need to be mindful to include while setting the social media marketing budget. And finally, once you've done that, create a content plan by deciding what kind of contents you need to create. So it can be a mix of blog, text, images, videos, some where you can engage with users like a puzzles, games, contests, polls, or even crowdsourced content. Okay, once you've done that, and what is the logic for that? Because every user is on the platform for a different reason and their inclination is different. So to cater to that, you diversify your content type. And then some of the things you can explore are, this is something we did earlier also, emotionally connecting content, entertaining content, informative, educative content, things like that. So while we are realistic that not everything that you post will appeal to everyone, some might even bore some people. If you have a diversified content, you still have a best chance to reach out to the maximum uh, diversified audience who are at a fundamental level interested in your product or service. So once you create such content, determine the posting schedule, which would mean how often do you post. Again, this is a Depending upon platform to platform, you will have a different frequency schedule. For something which is having an algorithmic feed like Facebook or Instagram, where even the past posts show up more often with engagement, you can post as often as you have awesome content to share, but at least minimally post once or twice a week, not lesser than that. And when it comes to a platform which are very partly algorithmic, or where users have a choice not to go for algorithm at all, you have to post more frequently. Okay, so 3 to 5 tweets per day is what is required over here, because once a person is not active at that time where you post, they will completely miss out on your content. So you have to post more frequently. Finally, tracking and evaluating what you post. So what to track? Again, if you remember the one of the previous sessions, we discussed this. Depending upon your marketing objective, the metric that you choose will change. So if your objective is to strengthen your brand awareness, you will be focusing more on metrics like reach, impressions, growth in your followers or fans, all these things. If you are more focused on engagement, you will look at things like clicks, reactions, cost per engagement, engagement rate, comments, sharing. If you are focused on the marketing as such as a customer service, you will be more looking at metrics like how much time is your team taking on an average to respond, turnaround time, time for resolution, all these things. If it's website traffic that you're primarily concerned about with these campaigns, you will be looking at the growth in the website traffic from these referral channels. Or if it's sales or leads, you will look at how many leads got generated, how many sales got generated. Excuse me. And make sure you run weekly or monthly reports to have a consistent idea of how your performance has been growing, declining, or whether it's being stagnant. Once you have the reports, you draw insights from there. Whatever is working, try to invest more in those aspects to maximize it. Whatever is not working, drop or change so that you get better results on those aspects. This is called optimization. So you constantly refine. So if you add that, basically the process will become smarter. So you have smart goals, plus once you have smart goals, you create content, you post, you evaluate them, and then you constantly refine based on your evaluation and the insights that you draw from the evaluation. Is this clear? So to summarize the 10 steps, you audit your current presence, outline the objective, research your audience and competitors, choose the platform, set the budget, create the content, set the schedule, track, evaluate, and refine. Okay. Does that give you a good sense of how to go about creating a social media marketing strategy? Good question, Nikita. We just finished. Sorry, Neha. Please confirm. Yeah, we completed the last presentation. So we are done. We just have to discuss the assignment. Okay. So does this give a good sense of how to create the social media marketing strategy for all of you? The week 5 assignment for you is Pinterest and so Ruhi, just wait. I'll complete the assignment discussion so that whoever has to leave, they can leave. Then we can take up the question. Okay. So we have a task here. One, of course, you have the quiz to complete, and then use the Hootsuite platform that we discussed earlier, so that you can sign up for Hootsuite, connect the different social media accounts you have. So by now you have social media accounts, right? So for free, you can connect 3. So connect 3 of those accounts on Hootsuite. Schedule a post to the page. Okay. So the steps are given here. When you go to the, once you add, there's a compose message box on top. So we have given detailed screenshot. You can schedule the post, attach any media or picture that you want, and choose the date when it needs to be posted. That's how you schedule. And then you can mark this as complete. Okay. Then you create a new tab which is meant for scheduling, editing the scheduled posts. So if you go to add a stream, remember you can add different streams. In add a stream, there is an option called scheduled. So when you click on scheduled, whatever your scheduled posts are, that will show up in that. This stream is where you can edit it if you need it to be edited. Okay. Once you've done this, mark it as complete. And then for every social media platform that you added, 3, which if you're using free, create a different tab. Like you already saw how many tabs I created, right? Each stream, the home page, comments, and all these things. So you can add that. And then there is a Chrome browser extension called Hootlet browser. So if you go to Chrome store, like how I showed you the Pinterest thing, you can search for Hootlet browser extension and install it. So what it will help with, if you want to, if you're browsing online, you come across an article that you want to tweet or you want to post, you can use the Hootlet extension to quickly bookmark it and add it for scheduling to your social media channel. So you can try it out. Once you complete, upload the file which where you entered all this information and submit for evaluation. This template for this file is available in week 5, the first link. If you go to week 5, the first link, the task before step 1, the link before step 1, you can see the download template. This template you need to upload after step number 6. Don't have Hootlet for Safari. So you can download Chrome, no, Neha. Just for the purpose of assignment, you can uninstall after that. How to remove a Facebook personal profile from Hootsuite? Very simple. You just have to go to the Hootsuite account and then I'll just show you one time. You checked? Okay. So before you guys log out, I have a request. Can you please share your feedback for the module? This is the feedback link. So basically this is not for today's class, it's for the entire module from the start. Any other doubt? Testimonial, as in Shrutika, you can mention if you found something useful with regard to my style of delivery or with regard to the content. Basically it's maybe 1 or 2 lines, that's all. How was the module for you, your experience of the module? Any other doubts? Have you all submitted the feedback? Can I know? Thank you, Vanita. Thank you, Akash. Thanks, Maheli. Thank you, Neha. Can you clear? No, I don't have access to your feedback. That's why I'm checking with you guys. Have you submitted the feedback already? Thank you, Hemlata. Thanks, Madan. Okay, so if I hope all of you have taken the feedback. So all the best, guys. Whatever is your upcoming module. Thanks, Swaraj. Thank you, Neha. Good luck. Thank you, Nivya. Glad you enjoyed. Okay, so it's pretty late. I'm sure all of you are very hungry. So have a good weekend, guys, and all the best for the. Oh yeah, Ruhi. Sorry. Yeah, tell me what's the question? Facebook merger. Thanks for reminding.
Hello. So my question is that I have two Facebook pages. One is Makeup and Hair by Ruhi, and the other one is just Ruhi Sheikh. I'm unable to merge them. It says that I need to have the same names on the Facebook page. Now I'm trying to change the name as well, but it doesn't happen. So is there any other way?
Can you share your screen? I will just give you a presentation.
My screen.
Yeah,
One second, please.
and then you
Shall
will
I open both?
you will receive a presenter request from me right now.
Okay.
Just open.
I'm opening the Facebook pages that I have. So can you see my screen?
Now I can.
Okay. Uh, there's one page with Ruhi Sheikh,
Mhm.
and the other one is Makeup and Hair by Ruhi. Now, I'm trying to merge. This is my main page, Makeup and Hair. So I'm trying to merge, but I'm not able to.
I'm not able to see. I am seeing the testimony, whatever your the feedback page, step 5 of it. That's what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing the other page.
Uh-huh. One second. Can you see my page now?
No, I think your screen is frozen. I'm seeing the still the testimonial page. Maybe can you stop sharing and start sharing again?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes some time gap.
Are you able to see it now?
Now I can see your Facebook. Yeah.
So I have two pages.
Mhm.
Um, the Makeup and Hair is the main one. And this the second page I wanted to actually merge because I have a few recommendations in that page and I have a few likes, so I wanted to merge both of them, but I'm unable to do so.
Can you go to the page, specific page you are trying to merge?
This page with my main page, which is Makeup and Hair, so I'll open the old one.
Mhm. Go to settings.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this is at the Rufi Sheikh blog. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, where is the option? Go down. Duplicate page. There's a duplicate page option.
Merge pages.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you selecting? I think I'm not able to see the.
Yes, can you see it now? I'm on the request to merge duplicate pages.
No, the page is frozen at the.
I'll stop and I'll reshare again then.
Yeah, that's better.
Are you able to see it now?
No, it's the same. Let me stop the sharing and send you one more time.
Okay.
Accept it.
Yeah. Are you able to see it?
Strangely, no. I'm still seeing the page where your cursor is on people and other pages.
Oh, because I am at the request to merge duplicate pages. So,
Can others
okay, I can.
who is currently online, can you see the request to merge page, or is it something my issue at my end? If anyone else is listening to the chat, can you tell me what are you seeing on the screen?
Can I walk you through the steps? Is
Yeah,
that okay?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not sharing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm at the settings page where I have logged into request to merge duplicate pages.
Hmm.
There's two options. So choose the two pages you like to merge.
Correct.
So the first page will be the one I'm currently in, right?
Hmm.
Okay. And then the second page will be where what I wanted to be merged with.
Correct.
Now I press the button continue. These pages can't be merged because the pages names aren't similar. So
So I want you to show me the page. So you said you're trying to change the page name, but it's not happening.
that's not happening either. So I'll go back to the old page that I wanted to new one.
Mm-hmm. So can you go
Okay.
back to that?
Yeah, I'm there now. So I'm at the
Uh,
settings.
are you using two screens by any chance, Ruhi?
No, I'm just using one.
Okay. So for some strange reason, I'm still seeing only your settings page. Yeah.
I usually use two screens, but at this point of time, I'm just using one.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the one first thing you need to understand is if you are merging a page from Facebook's perspective, both should have identical. So your challenge, as I understand, is coming from the fact that you are not able to change the name. So
yeah,
change the name. What are you getting? What problem are you facing?
I'm unable. So that's the thing. Now, if I go into page info,
Hmm.
ideally that's where you change the name, right?
Yeah.
But whenever I try to save it, it doesn't save. So
Now I can
I'm at page.
requested you merge to your page. That page came.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you're trying to change the name, what happens?
So I don't know where the option is basically because I go into page info, it just says description, category. I've gone into general. I've completely looked through all the settings, but I'm unable to get through the name of the page.
Okay. Let me show you from my page so that
Yes, please.
that helps.
Yes, please. It's okay.
So this is a Yogashala page. If I want to change the name, what I would do is
I don't see your Yogashala page on the screen.
it should get updated now.
Yeah,
Now.
I see. I see it now.
Yeah. So you scroll down,
Hmm.
see about
Okay.
suggest edit. Okay. Now
But Yes.
To change
So I'll just edit.
to change information on your profile, click here. So I'm going. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. Let me go back.
Okay, I got it. It says my
Edit page.
name, and I can.
Here also I can change. You see, this is where you
So
need to change.
do I? Correct. So I got it. It says name, and I have a small pop-up that comes out says page name, and I can change the name.
Correct.
So do I keep it as the same name as what I have of the older page, so it's easier to
No, you will
merge?
have to do it because only then they will approve your request. Because otherwise, how
Okay,
will they know it's the same page?
fair enough. Okay, done.
No.
No problem. So I'll try to once.
So for
If you don't mind.
till they merge, for a while you will have two pages with same name. Because I don't know if it will happen
Sorry.
instantaneously. I don't know if it will happen. Sometimes they may review and it might take a few hours also.
Yeah, it does take some time
Yeah.
to update. Yes, that I understand that, but I don't know why it was not changing.
No.
Okay, so
This is even I used to have this confusion long back. So it's a common confusion.
okay.
That's fine.
So I have changed the name,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm saving this.
Mm.
And now I go to the merge option.
Yeah.
Okay. Just, if you don't mind, just like 2 seconds, and I'll be done with this.
Okay.
Settings. But it's strange. On my Facebook page, it still shows Rui Sheikh. Like it doesn't show any change in the name.
Have you made the change in this category name username part? Name and username part here?
I just did show the name.
No, I didn't understand. It did?
Yeah. No. It's not showing. It's not. It's the edited change is not coming up.
So let me just try my page here. If I'm going to, let's say
Yeah.
I'm going to remove this with simple O. Okay. This is same process you did, right?
No. I didn't do
Current
this
page name,
process.
new page name. You got this?
No.
Where did you make the change? Next to the name section?
On the right side where there is about, not on the left side. So now I'm going to the about on the left side
Go to the left
panel.
about panel.
Okay.
There is a general section under which you have category, name, username.
Got it. Done.
Now click edit next to name. You will see this current name, new name.
So do I have to even change the username?
If you want to change, but username I would recommend uh, keeping the. I mean, if you want, you can. The problem with username is every page has a unique username.
Correct. So
Try,
it will
try,
not.
so
Not
try. If you want, what you could do is keep it almost similar to other one, maybe with one letter different or whatever. You know, just to.
fair enough. I'll do that then.
But mainly the name of the page is what is important here. So you change this one to new page name. It will, as you say, it will take 3 days. So if I say request change, and we cannot change the name within, so we are reviewing your name request after 3 days. It will.
Yeah. So I try to put the same name as as my other page. It says that it looks like you already manage a page named Makeup and Hair by Rishay. Please choose a different name or go to your settings. So I will just put a number 1 so that it saves.
Something like
And
I
then
don't think that will matter because many people don't even have a username for the page. But page name is what it will look at when merging.
it doesn't unfortunately it's not changing the name.
No, it won't change immediately. It will take up to 3 days time.
No, it says it's invalid. So I can share a screenshot if you want.
No, invalid
It
what?
So when I do the change, new page name, it comes in red with an invalid icon, and it says the name Makeup and Hair Rui is invalid. We have suggested Makeup and Hair by Rui. So okay, they have suggested a name, but it still doesn't change.
No, can you type in the group chat what is the name you entered? What are they suggesting?
Okay, I'll do that now. Okay, it changed.
Yeah.
It changed because I did it twice. It didn't work. Third time it did. So now they're gonna review and then they will confirm it to me. Then I can do the merging.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Done. Cool. That's
Okay.
all I wanted to ask.
Thank you. Now you can
Thank you so much, Harry.
okay. Okay. All the best. Have a good weekend, all of you. I'll see you guys. No, I will not see you, but all the best for the upcoming modules.